Back to that breaking news we're telling you about at the top of the hour as we continue to gather new information about that deadly school bus crash in Chattanooga.
Here's what we learned overnight. Police have charged the bus driver, Jonathan Walker, with 5 counts of vehicular homicide, among other charges. A police report WREG obtained says Walker was traveling faster than 30 miles per hour before he left the road and hit a tree. Police say 5 elementary school children were killed, although there are reports that a 6th child may have died at the hospital. Also today, federal investigators from the NTSB will travel to Chattanooga.
Our WREG's Michael Quander is live there this morning. And Michael, how are people reacting to this just terrible tragedy in that community?
Well, Markova and Stephanie, not good at all. This community is just devastated by this loss. We're not too far away from the crime scene, which at this hour is still extremely active. Hours after this crash actually happened, that street where all that happened is still actually closed off right now as investigators sift through and comb through all of that evidence. Now, take a look at this video we got into our newsroom late last night. Parents rushed to the area yesterday trying to see if their kids were okay. At least 5 families got their news that their children were killed after police say the school bus was speeding and spiraled out of control. The images hard to look at for many, the tree basically splitting that bus in half. Now, we know 35 students were on board at the time and nearly 24 of them were rushed to the hospital. The students were leaving Woodmore Elementary School right here in Chattanooga this morning. Hamilton County School District says they have grief counselors and extra staff on standby to help students cope with the loss of losing their friends and their classmates. The police chief saying this has been one of the hardest days this community has faced in a very long time.
The type of accident we're responding to today, a bus accident with multiple injuries to children, is every public safety professional's worst nightmare. And as bad as it is for the police officers, firefighters, and paramedics working that crash and that investigation, we can't even begin to imagine how much worse it is for the families, the friends, and the loved ones of the victims. All of our hearts go out to them, our thoughts and our prayers.
Yeah, and that's been the main message people have sent from across the country, state and local politicians, and even celebrities taking to social media to offer families and this community their condolences. Now, at last check, the police department here was still working to reunite some parents with their children. It's unclear if all of those children on that bus have been accounted for. Now, we're going to be following this story throughout the day on air and online. We're working to get more information from the school district and from police, and we're also going to hear from the NTSB later on this morning in a press conference from D.C. We're going to bring you all of that on air and again online, but for now we're reporting live in Chattanooga. Michael Quander, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Michael. Well, we want to stay there in Chattanooga, where we're about to hear now live a press conference that's going on by the Hamilton County School System.